Okay, so thanks guys for coming along today. So we're going to make a couple of things from the new low carb cookbook. And I don't know if any of you have had a good look at it, but there's some really nice recipes in there. And what we're going to make today is, turn these thermomixes back on, we're going to make the grain and dairy free wraps. And I'm going to use, so when we, I think I said this a couple of weeks ago, when we practiced as a team with the wraps, one of the girls, Pearl, had this roti maker. So we all raced out to Aldi the following Wednesday and bought roti makers. So I'm going to try it. I haven't used it before, so I'm going to try it.
Oh, I want one of those.
But we'll see how it goes. They look, hers worked beautifully, but I've never used it. So, you know, it's just going to be trial and error, and we'll see how we go. And the other thing we are going to make, so what we're going to make them to use them in is, I've just got Thermomix is waking up, is the chicken and spinach enchiladas. So I'm going to make the wrap, well, I'm going to get the filling going on the enchiladas. I'm going to make the wraps, and hopefully they work out all right in this roti maker. I'm going to wrap them up and put them so they're all ready to be cooked, but I'm not actually going to do the oven bit because we're going to have them for dinner, and I'd rather have them fresh. And you'll have seen all the process. It's just a question of 15 minutes in the oven at the end of it. So
lovely.
All right. I'm up close to the Thermomix. All right. So in this one, and I started using this. I keep forgetting, but I'm trying to use it. It's a stylus because then I'm not putting my little messy fingers all over the screen. I'm actually quite enjoying it.
It's actually really good. I bought one and I like it.
Yeah. I was thinking, oh, well, you know, but it is good anyway. So curried. Oh no, that's the wrong ones. Making those tonight, a cooking experience.
Well, what are you making tonight?
The curried chicken. I'll show you. We'll have a look on Cookie Do at the new collection in a minute. Well, a bit later on. Okay. Chicken and spinach. So I'm not preheating my oven, but I have got a baking dish ready. Okay. So I'm going to add in here. Turn my scales. I've got 100 grams of mozzarella and 50 grams of parmesan. I think it's a little bit over on the parmesan, but anyway, so it should be roughly about 150 in there. Yeah, a bit more. Nothing wrong with a bit of extra cheese. Hold it on. 5 seconds, speed 7. All right, so I'm sure you all know that there's our beautiful cheese. And the great
Beautiful.
thing it's got no additives and preservatives, no anti-caking agent. Freshly grated. All right. There's 130 gram jarred marinated artichoke hearts drained. Now, I bought a jar that is 170 grams here. So I'm not sure if it's meant to be 130 grams of the artichokes or whether it is the drained jar. So we have a drained jar of 170 going in, which is about 100 grams of artichoke. Shows you how much you pay for the oil, doesn't it? Pop my lid on again. And 5 seconds, speed 3. And pop it into the bowl. So it's just, I mean, there's still chunks of artichoke in there, but it's just mixed it up a bit. So I'm just gonna pop it into this bowl.
What an interesting concoction.
I know. Well, I'll let you know after dinner tonight what it tastes like. It's interesting, the whole low carb thing and, you know, healthy fats or whatever, or high fats, because there's a lot of cheese in these recipes, and we haven't been eating a lot of cheese. We've been having, you know, more coconut oil and the nuts and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I'm trying a few of them and see what it's like.
Do you feel better for your low carb?
We've eaten low carb for such a long time, Sue. I don't know, it's just normal, really. Clean dry mixing bowl. Oh, I suppose I should put a clean one on. Just see what the next instruction is. 2 garlic cloves. You know what? I reckon I can still use that one. We'll give it a whirl. I'll let you know if this is a good move or a bad move after I've done it. Okay. 2 garlic cloves going in. 20 grams of olive oil. So Robin got her Thermomix on Sunday. So it's very exciting.
Oh, how exciting. And?
Well, she's made vegetable stock paste. I'm not sure what else she's made, but well, let me just put this on. See, I didn't need to clean it. It's just chopping that up, and then I've got to add tomatoes. I could have been in a bit of a mess if it then said to cook the, have the oil heat up with the garlic, because of, it might stuck to the bottom a little bit, but now we've got the pre-clean mode, that's all right. Scrape it for my tomatoes. Or close, I suppose. 400-gram can. Salt. Big pinch of salt gone in. Now, I've got here my cumin. So this is a plastic container, but it's reuse first before you chuck anything away. So I've got my cumin. I've got oregano, and this one I actually took to the sauce, and I yeah, and I filled it up at the sauce, so that was really good. So Robin said what she made then, I think, but I'll have to have a look in a sec. Cayenne pepper. A little bit of that in. Probably a little bit more than 2 pinches. And 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Now, varoma in position, so I'm going to put that on there. And what I've got to do is put some chicken into the varoma, which I have done. So that is, and what I've done here too, I know some of you will have seen this before, I've got the butterfly just sitting underneath. So it's just making sure that we're getting, you know, the steam circulating properly. So it's not, the chicken's not just covering all the holes. So the chicken is in there. It's basically, yeah, cut into strips. Season with salt and pepper, I have done that bit as well. And then I'm going to put the varoma tray in. My spinach looks a little bit sad, but it's going to be cooked anyway. So I figured I'd just use up the sad spinach. It's one of my dilemmas with the whole zero waste thing and no plastic, is your spinach, your salad veggies don't keep so well in those little, in these bags. Sorry, I need to wash this one now because it's had the spinach in it. But those bags just don't keep it quite as crisp. It goes very limp in there in the fridge. So I don't know, that's the next thing to work out. But it does say using plastic.
Mandy?
Yeah?
Sistema make, a New Zealand company,
yeah,
they make special vegetable containers, and they are absolutely brilliant.
Oh, okay. Good. All right, I will have a look. They're like those clip-it thingies.
No. They're white with green lids, and they've got a special filter in them. Yeah. And I use them for all my vegetables.
Sounds perfect. Thank you very much.
And fruit.
Don't you love this community? Everybody helping each other.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Sue. I'll write that down at the end. So 14 minutes, speed 2. So we're steaming the chicken. We've got the sauce happening in there, and we've got the spinach on top. All right, so that's happening there. So I'm going to come over to this one. Okay, oh, cool. Okay, we've got 2 people using those. That's great. Yeah, because my daughter was saying her carrots go soft really quickly in her fridge. So I just said you need something. So we'll have a look at those.
I'll get it so you can see.
Oh, thank you. All right, so on this one, we're going to make the wraps. The dairy and grain-free wraps. You can see that okay. All right. So 1 garlic clove going in. Lid on. 3 seconds, speed 7, which is what you would do for a garlic clove. Beautiful. Okay, oh my gosh. Now, the next few things I have put all together in a container. So we've got coconut flour, we've got psyllium husks, which are often needed in grain-free baking, gluten-free baking powder, salt. Haven't got the eggs in here, but I've got all the other stuff in there. So you can see there's my psyllium on the top. A bit hard to see because it's, and the white stuff is my coconut flour, so that's going in. 2 eggs. My eggs in there. $300 grams of warm water. Okay. Our kitchen tap has gone mad, and we've got more water coming out from everywhere from where it should be. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, summer coming.
In your new kitchen.
Yeah, it was a new tap, and it's really bad. All right, 300 grams of warm water. Please be 300 grams, and I'll turn that horrible tap on again. Yep. Okie dokie. 40 grams of olive oil. Lid on. 10 seconds, speed 5. All right, so it looks quite soggy at the moment. And just asking me to scrape down the sides. So the psyllium husk tends to absorb some of the liquid. So it's going to knead for 1 minute. I don't think it applies quite so much to this sort of dough, but I know Irene says there are 3 occasions where you should never walk away from your Thermomix. And one of them is when it's kneading, because it can get a bit, well, violent's the wrong word, but it can move around a little bit. Another one is when you are making whipping cream so that you don't go too far, but remembering if you do go too far, all you do is you turn it into butter. And the third one I can't remember. But when I've remembered it, I'll let you guys
Maybe
know.
blending soup or something.
Oh, quite possibly, quite possibly.
Oh, but that's got nothing to do with dough.
No, it hasn't. No, but neither's the whipping the cream either.
No.
But yeah, interesting. Anyway, I'll have to ask her tonight. Set aside for 5 minutes in the mixing bowl. So that will be just for letting it thicken up a little bit. All right. So whilst it's doing that, we've got 8 minutes on the filling. Come back here. Warm up my roti maker.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Well, it is exciting. All right. So let me just look in the chat here because I know Robin put what she'd made, I think. Mango fruity drink. Cool. All right. So Sue, have you got that thing there?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll just Oh, look at that.
Now
Oh.
they come in all different shapes and sizes.
All right.
Oh.
Systema, and they've got a special thing on the bottom.
Yeah.
So the water goes through to the base rather than in the vegetables.
Yeah.
So I've got celery in that, but I've got all different shaped ones. I've
Okay.
got ones that I use for strawberries.
Yeah.
And fruits.
Yeah.
And I've got the square ones and the long ones.
Right. Fabulous. Thank you very much. That's fantastic.
Because I don't have the plastic bags, so.
Yeah. So I can still go and get my spinach in my thing that I do and then put it into that when I get home. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's just have a look at this collection. All right, so go through to log in. So has anybody made anything out of here yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
No.
those are delicious. I had frozen raspberries, so I did raspberries instead. And see, the good thing about this, because it's all low carb, I haven't found anything. I think virtually everything I've looked at so far has been gluten-free. So that's good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is great. So those are really they're really good. And
what's this monk fruit?
Yeah, there's a sweetener. So I bought Natvia. Show you. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I bought that. Natvia.
But
I don't know. I just remember reading something. I think Cindy O'Meara, who's into healthy eating, said something not so good about monk fruit. So that's why I tried to get this.
yeah.
But
Personally, could you use maple syrup instead?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, because that's a powder. I think you probably could, Sue. I mean, give it a go and let us know.
I will, because I don't like any of the sweeteners. I don't use them.
I know. I'm very like you as well. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Anyway, I've made those. They were really good. What else have I? Those. We did them in our cocktails and canapes. Oh my goodness. Ooh. How pretty are those? And they were really delicious. So they're basically, you hard boil the eggs and then, my roti thing's doing things here, it's steaming. You hard boil the eggs and then they go in a beetroot mixture in the fridge mine were in there for 36 hours. And a little bit of the flavor does actually infuse into the egg. And then it's avocados. They were really delicious. I just think they're so pretty, particularly for Christmas.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yeah. We had this for dinner last night.
Which one?
This one, the braised cabbage and leek with steamed salmon, and that was really delicious.
Oh, that sounds good.
So you actually have a bit of bacon and cream mixing through the cabbage at the end, although I did it wrong. But I just poured it on the top. But you meant to put the cabbage in and mix it all around after I had served up the cabbage. So, but that was really nice. What else have I made? I made the cheesy pull-apart garlic bread. Mine didn't rise like that, so I probably didn't leave it long enough. That's what we're making tonight in our cooking experience. Curry chicken salad wraps. That's the wraps. And there's something else I've made. Where is it? There's so many beautiful things in here. Oh, this.
Which one? Oh,
Mushrooms with
Ooh.
pistachio butter.
oh my
And
God.
I know. And basically, you make a sort of butter thing. And then you meant to spread it onto the mushrooms. Then you meant to slice the mushrooms and fry them, but in a pan. But I just sliced the mushrooms and cooked them in the butter, and it was absolutely delicious. Really good. Yeah.
Could you use something apart from pistachio?
Oh, just any nut, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's all I've made so far. But we've done these chicken Kievs before anyway, because they're in another collection as well.
Oh, we love those.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? The no potato salad is cauliflower. Yeah, that looks really good. Anyway, plenty of good things in there to have a bit of a look at and a bit of a play with. Yeah, I think the steamed cabbage rolls look interesting as well. So, it's just some great low carb options. It's like, I think I've mentioned this before probably, but, lettuce is the most wasted thing in the fridge. So just use it for a wrap. All right, let us get on with these, talking of wraps. Let's get on with these wraps. Yes, my roti maker's ready. So basically, hang on, it just says transfer to a dough or a piece of paper. And this is what I was doing. So we had Pearl going gangbusters with her roti maker, and I just had 2 pieces of baking paper, which is absolutely what you can do. And we need to, the dough is too sticky to roll out on its own and for it to keep shape, all right? So it's just too sticky to manage. So, like a lot of things, a lot of gluten-free things, you just need to roll them between 2 pieces of baking paper. And first thing was, my circles weren't very round, and Irene's very specific about round circles and how to, I was trying to do what she taught me. I didn't do a very good job, but I'm not as much of a perfectionist as she is. And the other thing was, then you had to get them off the paper into the pan. So you've got to literally turn the paper upside down and peel the paper off in the pan. And Pearl was just putting bits of mixture in her roti maker, and out would come these amazing wraps. So I've got to divide this into 8, roughly. I'm going to go half. Okay, so I've got 8 there. All right. And then my quick start guide for my roti maker, which is just sitting over here, tells me I just make a little ball when the green ready light shows. Portion of dough, a small ball, flatten it slightly and place it off-centered towards the hinge. So here we go.
Well, it's quite big, isn't it?
Yes. And we'll just put that down. We'll see what happens.
Well, you're brave doing this.
Oh, well, it might be a total disaster, and then you'll see another blooper. Oh, it's coming out. It's too far towards the back. Should have been in the middle, I would say.
Is it coming out at the back?
A little bit at the back. Close the upper cooking plate. Press down the handle quickly and firmly so the roti is flattened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's not cooked yet. But I think we're along the right lines. We'll see how it goes. Oh no, I'll have to make more than one. Blowing bubbles at me.
It's looking very hopeful.
Well, it is looking, well, yeah. I probably just need lessons. And I'm actually going to make them the dough a little bit less, because it is coming out.
Does it tell you when they're ready? Does it beep or anything? No. Like a toaster or,
No, it doesn't. So I'm just going
my sandwich maker goes green light.
Yeah, okay. No, it still needs a little bit more cooking. It's going to fall apart if I pull it out now.
Mm. So
this could be a total disaster, ladies. But anyway, we're giving it a try.
No, it's not. I'm interested.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, Yeah, Pearl is an expert because she's had one for a long time. So she knows exactly
I saw
how
her.
to do it.
I saw her
She's
do.
amazing.
Mm. There's a lot of steam coming out.
Yeah, I know.
Fire brigade any moment.
We'll see. Anyway, I'm making all these balls a little bit smaller. If it's too embarrassing, I'll make the rest of the wraps when you're not watching.
No, this is fun.
But presumably, if you don't have one of those machines, you could just do it in a frying pan.
You can. But that's what I was saying before, Lisa, that you just got to roll it out. So I'm just going to use my horrendous tap here. Wash my hands. Yeah, you have to roll them out between 2 bits of baking paper and then just peel it off.
Yep.
Oh, well, that bit's burnt and this bit isn't. So anyway, it's just a bit of trial and error. Okay, so I've obviously overcooked one side and not the other, but it is a wrap.
Yeah.
Holding shape.
Yeah.
I probably cooked it for too long. So we'll just try another one and I'll put it put less mixture in. See what happens.
Very clever though, isn't it?
It is very clever. Well, hopefully if it works properly.
No, but it looks like, it's just a bit of trial and error.
Yeah, I think it is. And, my husband said to me, so have you used it yet? I said, no, I'm just trying it with the girls. That'll be all right.
How much was this thing?
Sorry?
How much was it?
It was $30-something.
Oh, good grief.
I know. Well, because it was.
Have they still got them or what?
No. So what? I didn't realise this. I'm not an Aldi shopper, but every Wednesday and every Saturday they have offers on, and it just happened that we did this as a team on the Friday night, and then everybody was looking. So I've actually taken too much mixture out of this because this one's too small. Okay, but that's all right. We're learning.
But it's still a plate size, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yes, I could still be able to use it. It will be used. It won't be wasted. Yeah, and it had just happened that the following Wednesday they had these for sale, and all the team went out and bought them.
Yes, I went to Aldi last week and asked about them, and they don't have any on my local Aldi.
Yeah.
He said they sold out.
Oh, they went really quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Mandy's fault.
Yeah. That's right.
It's Thermomix's fault because that one's going to be squashed a bit more. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
It's oozing out.
How do you know how much?
Well, I don't know. I think that's the trial and error thing, Sue.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see. I've got that coming out there. That's too much coming out there.
So they don't sort of say to you a tablespoon of dough or something?
Roll a portion of dough in a small ball.
That's meaningless, isn't it?
It's pretty. Now, okay, so now I should have put that closer to the back.
Yeah. It seems as though only the bottom plate cooks it.
It seems to be cooking it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it does it so.
Maybe the top plate just squashes it and
yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I should be flipping it a little bit.
Yeah, because none of them are cooked on the top.
No, you're right.
To be cooked.
All right. Okay, that'll do. I'll finish the rest of the one. Have a play.
Oh, I don't know. This is quite fascinating.
I've got 3 there. That'll do to start with anyway. So I will play with those. I'll become an expert. All right. I'll just move my balls out of the way. Anyway, we've had a bit of fun with that. All right. So coming back to the filling. So it says, remember we've got the chicken and the spinach in there, and we've got the tomatoey saucy bit in the bottom. It's asking me to set the varoma aside. So always turn, hang on, let me do that again. Always take your lid off away from you. So when you're using the varoma, you always tilt it away from you. Put the lid down, then you can lift the varoma onto the lid, and then any drips will just drip onto your lid so you're not making a mess. Transfer half of the tomato sauce mixture into a jug. So I have a jug here. Okay, so the tomato sauce is quite, I'm actually going to give it a little stir before I transfer it because it's a little bit liquidy on top, and just give it a bit of a stir so that I don't left with all the liquid. Okay, it's about half. Put that aside there. Then I'm going to add 60 grams of cream cheese. Move this out of the way a second. Oh, and I've got to put the cooked chicken in. So it's actually going to mix up the chicken in there as well. So I'll just get my spinach out the way. There's my chicken. Happy with that. That's all cooked.
Oh,
That's exciting.
thanks, Lisa.
Yeah.
What's Lisa said?
We can get the
It's a 35. Also, we're buying 35. Oh, great. Well done.
Tortilla presses. Okay.
And also from Davis and Waddell Fiesta tortilla from Kitchen Warehouse. So it seems as though $35 is
the go.
Yeah.
Not just an Aldi special.
Yeah.
All right, so I've added the cooked chicken. It's asking me now to add the spinach as well. I'm just going to use my hands. Wilted spinach in there. Half the reserved cheese mixture. So remember, my cheese mixture's got the artichoke hearts in it as well, and it's the mozzarella and parmesan. Okay, so that's going a bit more. That's in. Insert the measuring cup. 15 seconds, speed 4 reverse.
To change the subject a little bit, have any of you ever made Peking duck pancakes in the Thermomix?
No.
Oh,
I
no.
have, and they are fantastic. Basically, you make up your dough, and then you put it into sausages, and chop it and make them into little balls. But then you flatten them, and then you put 2 of the the little pancakes, one on top of each other, with a little bit of oil in between, and then you fry them. But what makes it so good is that because you've got the 2 little pieces together, when they're ready, you just pull them apart, and they come apart because they've had the oil in between, and they are so fantastic for your Peking ducks because they're cooked. Well, they're brown on one side, but not on the other because they've been pressed together. And because they're only brown on one side, they are still flexible, and so you can have your Peking duck in there. It's
how clever.
On I don't know, on the community or something. I found it ages ago, but it is fantastic.
So what was it called?
I can find it for you, Mandy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but basically, it's to make your Peking duck pancakes.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
And
cool.
it also has the recipe for the Peking duck, but the pancakes are just fantastic and not too much trouble.
Yeah.
And so much better than the store-bought ones.
Yeah, of course. Yes. So that's our mixture. So what's happened? It has shredded the chicken. So I'm sure those of you who've had a Thermomix for a while are aware of this, but for Robin, 4 seconds speed 4 reverse shreds chicken for you. So if you want to do beautiful Vietnamese salad or something with shredded chicken, you don't have to use forks. 4 seconds speed 4 reverse with your cooked chicken in there. So that's what it's done. It's shredded it all up in there.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. All right, 6 tortillas. I only got 3 so far. Fill 6 tortillas or low carb wraps of choice with 2 to 3 tablespoons of mixture each. So I will just yeah, I think they're gonna even my funny one at the end I think will be all right. So I'm gonna just put this in here. Say 2 to 3 tablespoons. Yeah, just done that. I'm just going to wrap it up and hopefully, and it just says place it, joint side down in the dish.
Oh, it's worked, hasn't it?
It has worked. They're going to be a little bit uneven, and I will make some more when we've finished, so I can finish it off properly. But yeah, no, they're really flexible wraps. Actually, I think I've obviously got a lot of learning to do with my tortilla thing, or whatever it is.
Yeah, but you've managed to do it. That's brilliant.
I have managed to do it.
They look good. They do look good.
No, and I've tasted them before. So the last time I made them, I did do them, as I said, in the fry pan. But Pearl was just turning out these amazing. I mean, these aren't round, but hers were really round and beautiful. I thought, oh no, that's the way to go. I've just got to practice.
And maybe
what Lisa, what make were they on Dick Smith and the other one?
Let me have a look. Hang on. I'll have to relook it because I looked at something else again. But I mean, just look online for tortilla.
Yeah, tortilla.
But
so basically, just to finish off the recipe, which I can't quite do because I haven't made myself enough wraps yet. No. But just to show you, basically, I've got to put 3 more in there, and then roll up and place seam side down, top with the reserved tomato mixture and the remaining cheese.
Great.
They look so nice.
15 minutes because all the cooking's actually and all the filling's cooked. It's got to bake it for 15 minutes.
Beautiful.
So I
yum.
will play with the roti maker and try and make some better looking.
But they look really good in there. You'd never know they were even uneven.
Yeah, and the fact that they're going to be covered up with sauce and cheese.
Yeah.
No one would know.
No.
Apart from you, and you'll just have to keep your mouth shut.
And whoever watches the recording.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. And talking of which, I'm going to stop that a minute.